Right, sorry, I need to have a sip of my coffee. You can stare at my beautiful pink lidded enclosure for a moment. Hello and welcome back to Bug Realms. On this channel we like to discuss all things creepy crawly, so if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now this is probably the 5th one that I've recorded today. I'm trying not to rush them because I want you to enjoy them, but there's a lot going on behind the scenes for this realm furb and I have to get as many done in one day as possible, so coffee is my best friend right now. Okay, let's do this. So in this beautiful pink lidded enclosure, nice cylindrical one, actually this enclosure used to be an arts and crafts sort of thing, is my Orchid Mantis, or the H. coronatus. But just for ease of the tongue, we're just going to use Orchid Mantis in this video. Everyone knows an Orchid Mantis, right? There'll be no confusion between species. So backstory, this one actually came in a mystery box from Mantis Mayhem, I believe it was. And yeah, it's been with me since a little babby, and it's now an adult female, so that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, I'm very happy with that. So there's not much more to a backstory than it was a mystery box item. So for Mantis, I'll read off my phone. We're going to do appearance as we always do. We're changing this one up a bit. Cost, ease of care, feeding response and handleability. That's what we're going for this one. So appearance, okay, I'm just going to, if you've kept one before, you'll know why. 10 out of 10, boom, for a Mantis. It is one of the most beautiful Mantis species I have ever seen in my life. Now unfortunately this one is aging and she's more kind of yellow and white tones with a bit of brown in her, but when she was younger she used to have an awful lot of pink on her, right? She was a pretty pink, coffee burps, she was a pretty pink and white mantis. Beautiful. Just type in Orchid Mantis on Google, you will see a vast array of different amounts of pink and whites within each species. She was still pink and white and a bit of yellow when she matured, but over time she's lost all the pink, sadly. But even with that gone, a white mantis, pretty damn sweet, right? I mean, she's just fantastic looking. You cannot say she's anything but fantastic looking, and I don't think we even need to carry on talking about appearance because we'll be here all day. Right, I do apologise, my memory card conked out. Not quite sure where we got to. If we were talking about appearance, it was 10 out of 10, beautiful mantis, and then we moved on to cost. Hopefully you got that far. I don't know, let's carry on. So cost, we are going to go with a 4 out of 10 on this one, because the more expensive something is, the lower I tend to score it. Now I tend to see these normally at around 15-16 pounds for this mantis. You can get them about a tenner when they're a bit smaller, but I generally see them around that sort of mark. You're looking over 20 quid for a lot older one. So yeah, it's one of those that there are more expensive mantids out there, like your Diabolicas are more expensive and your certain rarities are expensive, and I don't think these are that price because of breeding complications. I think they're that price because of a mix of their ease of care, which we'll talk about later, and they're just striking beautiful coloration, like people want these. So it's not the most expensive mantis, but it's also definitely not the cheapest. You know, you can pick up a baby mantis for a couple of quid sometimes. So hitting that sort of 16 quid mark, it's a reasonably priced mantis, a bit more than I'd like to pay why it's scoring a 4. So ease of care, what I wanted to talk about, I'm going to go in with another 4 out of 10 here. Now, I've had no troubles raising this girl whatsoever, but I have lost a fair few orchids in my time. I was gifted 2 once. I lost them to the cricket incident. You can find a video of mine. It's something to do with crickets killed my animals. We're not going to go into it on this one. It was horrible, right? That was my mistake though, that I lost those. And I have had 1 or maybe 2 other ones that have made it, well, one died as a small nymph, so yes, there was another one that made it to sub-adulthood and then died. They were like a bane to me and I'd almost given up. But when I got this one in a mystery box, I did nothing different to what I did with the others, and I'd done nothing extra special, just kept it how I read and presumed is the right way to keep it, and she has been wonderful with me all the way through, and she's now knocking on a bit. She's coming right to the end of her lifespan now. She's been mature a fair while, so there isn't going to be much life left in her, and that's why I wanted to get this video recorded. So me personally, I struggled with them a little while, and now I've kind of, I guess I've got it right. I don't know what was wrong in the other conditionings. I did give her slightly larger homes than I did the other ones, so perhaps that was something a bit more beneficial, and I certainly didn't involve crickets in this one's diet, so that helped compared to those two that I lost. So yeah, 4 out of 10 because they are a little bit tricky. If you're new to mantis keeping, I wouldn't recommend these, but after you've kept mantis for a while, then yeah, check them out. And Mantis Den also gives you a little kind of, what's the word, like slideshow, pictures, presentation, I don't know, a post on Facebook basically that you can follow that gives him a little guide to keeping orchids, so check that out. So feeding response, now she's slowed down now that she's a lot older. She's not taking the food all the time, but I'm going to hit her on about a 7 out of 10 because she's been a fine eater. There's been nothing wrong with her eating. She's at probably 70% of the time, which is kind of where I got the 7 score from. So yeah, she's pretty decent, and I can't fault her for slowing down now that she's an old biddy. So yeah, there's not much more to say about it really. They prefer flying prey, although this one takes fine to cockroaches and worms too. She's not that fussy, but a lot of orchids can be quite fussy, so bear in mind if you're keeping these, you may want to get hold of a continuous supply of flying prey. So your fruit flies when they're little, and moving up to your house flies, and then your blue bottles, and even moths, guys, because they really will go at flying prey better than anything else. But because she takes well to my roaches and worms and things, I haven't had to buy flying prey for her for quite a long time. So now we're going on to handleability. This, I think it's this specimen, right? Because my other little ones were fine. If I'm going to base it purely on this specimen, we're going to go with a... I can't base it just on her. If I'm basing it just on her, we're going to get 3 out of 10, but we're bumping up because of the other ones to 5 out of 10 because my other little ones were not too bad. They were a little curious, they would back away, but once you've got them on your hand, they're fine. She used to throw hissy fits. All the way up until maturity, she would drop to the floor and fit around, like not actual seizure, but that's what, like a defense thing they would do, and freak out. She would hate it. But now she's matured, or since maturity, even before she got too old, she's not too bad. Like, now I'm not going to take her out because she's old, but I can just stroke her across her back. See, she's just looked at me there, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you looking at me? Why are you touching me? You know, but she's not jumped to the floor, she's not having a hissy fit. But yeah, her whole life I couldn't handle her until maturity, or if I did, if I managed to get her on my hand long enough, she would jump off. But again, I think that's just this specimen that was funny like that. What are you looking at? I'm sorry, did I bother you? Did I bother you? I'm sorry, I do apologise. I'll get your slippers and blanket in a minute, alright? Okay? We cool? We good? We're not good, are we? You bloody grump, absolute grump. So yeah, I don't really think these are the best for handling, but they're not too bad. There is another mantis in my collection that is... handling that one ain't fun, let's put it that way. But aside from her and the other one that we'll talk about when we actually discuss that mantis, it's a sub-adult now, so I want to wait for it to mature before I feature it in one of these videos really, so you can see it in all of its glory. That one's a little... it's not cool, right? Not cool. Aggressive little thing. But any other mantis I've ever kept, my ghosts that I've kept, my Herodula, Oh god, what's the other one? Can't remember now. The African one that's really common. Schroedermantis genus, is that right? I can't remember. All of those I've kept over time. Poppersperca crassa, and wow, god, I've actually kept quite a few. No, sorry, I'm getting excited thinking about the old days. Yeah, they have all been absolutely fine, like completely fine. And it just so happens that the two older mantis that I own right now in this collection are pains in the bums. And yeah, eh? So let me know if you're enjoying these in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the playlist. In every description of every one of these videos you will now find the playlist to top invertebrate, where we will cover, well, you'll see them all. So whether we've done tarantulas, beetles, stick insects, mantis, scorpions, whatever, you will see that all in one playlist. So feel free when you're bored at home to just click that play all button and you can sit there and watch my personal opinion on every animal here in the realm. And there is plenty more to come yet. We haven't even done, what, 10% of what's in this realm yet. Like, there is so much to come, ladies and gentlemen. So I really do hope that you enjoy my personal opinion videos, these top invert videos, because I really enjoy recording them for you. So that's going to be it from me. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care. Bye bye. Do you guys want to see what else dwells in the realm? If so, make sure to pop back weekly for multiple videos. My usual upload days are Wednesdays and Sundays, so I'll see you guys there. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to become a disciple of the realm and have your name shown on the screen like these lovely people, you can do so in one of two ways. You can scroll down the screen now and hit that join button next to the subscribe to be a channel member. Or alternatively, you can follow my link in the description below to my Patreon page. Both methods grant you access to my private Facebook page, where we like to discuss even more things creepy crawly. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.